a little bit of financial drip from the Wall Street Trapper. Y'all know we like him. So let's see what he got to trap and talk about today, and then we'll go ahead and drop some drip on that.
The paper wrapped around my crayon, scratched up. Right? I even got some other colors marked on my crayon. Right? I'm bruised and battered, but I'm a crayon. Right? So if you got a company that's worth $2.8 trillion, but it brings in $275 billion in revenue, that's called justifiable. I could justify 2.8 trillion by 275 billion. That's a 10x multiple. Right? The multiple justifies that. Right? So the multiple is the PE ratio. That's why this is an open loop that I just closed from earlier. We talked about earnings, we talked about multiple, and we talked about dividends. Right? So now you got a company that's about to go public at 1.75 trillion with a T to even 2 trillion with a T, but it's bringing in 18 billion in revenue. That's, watch this, that's 1,000 times the multiple.
Now, who is he talking about? He's talking about that SpaceX IPO. So just to give you a little bit of context, that's what this is in reference to. So I'm gonna keep it cooking. Y'all want to interject anything before I hit play?
There's a couple more coming down the line too, because they all waiting. Everybody's waiting. NVIDIA had to, except for today, as of June, 5th, but it went down a little bit. But as of right now, NVIDIA is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and it's because of AI activity, and some would argue circular investments, but people trying to get in it before the bubble pop, because people are starting not to believe in AI as everything that it was soaked up to be. Is it the next Betamax? Is it the next Laserdisc? Is it the next mini disc? Right? We'll have to figure that out. But until then, we're gonna make sure that we get this money. We gotta get this bag.
Well, you cooking right there.
That means this company is way overvalued. Now, we just talked about Palantir having 147 PE ratio, meaning the valuation of the company is 147 times worth more than the money is bringing in. I'm not mad at that. Even though it's a good company, bringing in good money, we see what they doing. Bruh, this company is coming to the market worth $1.75 trillion. In 2025, it brought in $18 billion in revenue. Bro, I'm not about to get smoked like that.
Y'all hear what he's saying? So let's just let's just do some basic math. You're evaluating yourself into the trillions, and you've only ever made in the billions. If this same company would have walked into Shark Tank, they would have walked right on out. Wouldn't nobody make no deal.
All right, explain stepped on to the game for those who are, not in the know, and we're gonna break it down in hood terms for what this potential IPO is.
You asking plain name, or you asking me?
You know for damn sure I'm not asking you.
I was gonna say, I hope you asking him.
See, what is stepped on? You ask.
You don't know what stepped on mean?
I do, but not in hood terms. Go ahead, you got it.
It means to stump on someone.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
That's when the purity of a product is being diluted for the sake of making more money. In hood terms, man, they put a lot of baking soda in that, dog. It don't hit the way it should, but we gonna make this money.
Exactly. So in this case, what Joe was talking about, which is not financial advice, is when it hit the market, they gonna sell it like it's blue magic. Definitely not, because reality sets in when you bought soap. When you go ahead and you go and these rugs that you rugging on, you don't feel nothing. All of a sudden, what you bought, you mad. You trying to go get your money back. But guess what? Everybody getting their money back at the same damn time. And guess what happens? So just be careful on this. Like what he's talking about, please don't believe that hype, because this ain't that. This ain't it. Everybody need a bailout right now. Heard about the jobs report today. It said we've gained 172,000 jobs in May.
He said that inflation went down. It's the lowest it's ever been. That's what he had to, man. Listen. He doing a lot. He said it's the lowest it's ever been. Like, bro, what? Gas still high. Huh? Where? He really got on it. He really got off there and said that the inflation is as low as it's ever been.
Because I said so. Right.
He like what's the homie from Moana?
I told you we got the strap. We got the strap.
Who is the rock playing on Moana? That's the type of time President Trump on. You're welcome. he killing me, man. He said inflation's down. You're welcome.
You're welcome, bitches.
You got what you got. You gonna get what you gonna get.
Go buy some eggs. Oh man! All right, I'm gonna play a little.
We got the face that Wall Street trapper guy right here. That's what we looking like right there. Just like that.
You're not about to smoke me like that. Not like that.
Nope.
Not like that. If it run up, I'm gonna be like, yep, cool. Because guess what? If it's a good company, it's gonna be a good company 2 years from now too.
There you go.
And now what happened is you can get some earnings coming in, and now I can start seeing that paperwork, and now I can see what I need to do to it. Man, I'm straight. Now, if you won't be smart, you just go invest in one of the space ETFs, UFO, NASA, Mars. You put your money over there, you get exposure to the whole space industry, because they're gonna put SpaceX inside of those. All of those space ETFs gonna have SPX inside of it, and now you can make your bread. And then once it becomes the company it needs to be, then you can say, "Hey, I got it." But you keep saying, "I want to get in it early." No, I want to get in it when the price is legit.
Dumb money is what it's called. It's called.
I can't hear you, dog.
The space companies' PE ratio is on average 30 to 40, but again, it sometimes can be higher than that.
Look at that. With an average PE ratio of 30 to 40. This thing gon' IPO with at least 100 and something PE ratio. Now think about this. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something even more bizarre.
That's crazy.
Nvidia is worth $5.6 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, it just brought in last quarter, it brought in 91 billion dollars in revenue last quarter, right? Nvidia brings in about 300 to 500 billion dollars of revenue per year, and it's considered being 25 times the PE ratio, right? It's at worth $5.something trillion. Is worth 25 times of the money that it brings in. And this is the biggest company on the market. Just hear me right here. The company's worth $5.6 to $5.7 trillion. It brings in $300 to $400 billion a year, and it's still worth, the valuation is 25 times worth of revenue.
Yeah, like Joe said that, the PE ratio of 25 for tech stocks like Nvidia is great. Yes, PE ratio for stocks that actually produce something that drives revenue that can be reported is a great thing, because now you can see what actually is coming in. For many of these hype beast type of companies that are private, they don't have to share much, right? You go into some of the perspectives when they're trying to have have early people come in and get in early because you can turn around and you can flip and make a profit. That's what everybody wants. People need this to be bought in at 100, 105, 125x because they done put in so much money on this because shit, they was losing $5 billion annually at least. Free tokens. All of y'all got free accounts. Y'all not paying for this shit. It's very few people that are paying for ChatGPT, Perplexity, which just is an aggregate of all of them or whatever. But you're doing that. You're burning tokens. You are burning energy. It's not free for somebody. And they're gonna start adding
water,
ads in your
that's that
too.
storage, that's that data center, that's the heat that's coming off the place that people are saying there's all that going on. So all that. It ain't never free.
You can start having caps on whatever you're doing. Like, hey, dog, uploaded pictures and everything else. You can ask me a question and that's it. You can't upload any pictures and ask me what I think anymore. We're done with that. That is not part of the free plan. You get 20 questions a day, and that's just to get your feet wet, get your beak wet. You need to be paying for this $200 a month plan because that's what you need in order to get anything popping for real. You need $200 a month. But at that point, you need to have a small business in order to even make that something that's an opportunity. To make sense? And how many people are using AI for that? Very, very few. Because we're talking about using the agents, etc. People not going in it that deep right now and don't intend to. They intend to ask it 8-ball questions, right? You shake up that 8-ball. Does he love me? Yes or no?
Oh my gosh, not the magic 8-ball, man. That was great back in the day. Man, listen, Gen Z don't even know what we're talking about. Let me go ahead and break it down for them. For you Gen Alpha and Gen Z that might be watching, it's like a physical 8-ball looking thing. It's a little bit bigger. It's made out of plastic, got some water in it. It's blue. Look like that blue dye your parents put in the toilet. It's like that, but there's this little, it's like a, man, I don't even know how many sided it is, but it's a some kind of dye in there, and inside of it, dye is in like a piece of what is it, like it's beyond an octagon. I don't even know what it is, but it's got multiple sides. When you shake it up, the water moves it around. You'd be like, oh, is Jerry going to ask me to prom? You shake it up, you look, and it floats up to the top, and there's like a little window. And in the blue water that looks like your toilet water, it comes up and it says, no.
Or say something that don't got shit to do with nothing.
Or it'll say, your mom's calling. Like, what?
Maybe another time.
Maybe another time. Turn around 3 times. Okay, it did that. Guess I need to ask it again. Yeah, like it's check that. Like check that out. Like, you know what? That's a nostalgia game. Next time, people.
All signs point to yes. I like that one.
I remember getting mad at one of them and throwing it and hitting somebody in the head with it accidentally back in the day.
Plain Dane, did you have behavioral issues as a child?
Yes, I was very oppositional defiant. Of course.
No. He didn't diagnose himself with ODD.
I could have not gotten here if I played by their rules.
Take that comment up off of it.
Right, because if that was the case, shoot, I wouldn't be here either. You gotta defy the odds in order to.
That's the whole point of it.
That's the whole point.
That school to prison pipeline is a real thing. I used to shake it up. Will I go to jail? Highly likely. God damn it.
Right.
Because you asking the wrong questions. You're supposed to ask positive questions. You know, does she like me? Does she fancy me? No, I'm asking, hey, is they gonna run up in such and such house today? More than likely. Hey man, you might want to go do something.
Don't come into school today. Don't come into school today.
According to the 8-ball, they're gonna catch you with an 8-ball. You might want to
right.
catch you with that rack.
Right. Is this an informant?
So I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all.
This company is worth $1.7 trillion and they bring in $18 billion. Bro, what are we talking about here? But what it does for the space is going to be phenomenal because you having one of the biggest IPOs that we ever seen before, if not the biggest. So it's going to validate the space. It's two different things right here, what I'm saying. It's going to validate the space, but now it still got to make the money. What do I mean by it's going to validate the space? It means because they going to IPO, it makes the space more important. It makes the space relevant now. Right? Why does it make the space relevant now? Well, because now they're saying, oh, well, if this company is worth $1.7 trillion and, you know, you got to put 1 million people on Mars and then Amazon is sending people out of space and then, oh, well, we might really be going to space at some point. So now it validates the space. And like I say, hey, we're going to get these, you know, it's supposed to be cold out there. I don't know. I've never been out there. It's supposed to be cold out there. Hey, we're going to build some data centers out there. Why? Because they understand this AI stuff it's about to crank us. This AI stuff about to crank us. They need energy. They need water. The people in Georgia just use 29 million gallons of water.
Woo! 29 million gallons.
They got to find a way to make that work. So you know what their only option is? Hey, let's just go out of space. That's how they think. That's colonizers being colonized.
Ooh.
But I don't want us to get sucked up in that.
You gotta let it roll, which makes sense.
I don't want us to be like, oh man, I'm about to get that SpaceX IPO. Here's the thing, bro. Let that thing report some money. If it run up, let it run up. Ain't no big deal. But let it show you, hey, because the market, one thing the market gonna do is gonna adjust. The market gonna say, watch this, excuse my language, or they full of shit. So guess what he's doing now? Merging. Hey, we're gonna merge Tesla with SpaceX. Why? Because now he ain't, that dude ain't dumb. You know why he want to merge? So now we can justify the valuation. Now I can put Tesla money with that money and now that I'm
or lack thereof. Or lack thereof.
So drop some drip in the comment.
No, but also what happens with that is the rules are different for SpaceX because he has shares in he being Elon, where he will always have a controlling interest in that company and essentially can never be voted out. So you just at the whim of whatever is going on there. So if he pulls in all of those companies, including Tesla, and so it's essentially it's just one big giant check. So what Joe says is, no, the rules they're changing for SpaceX are going to invalidate a lot of the space. I usually agree with this guy, but he's off on this one. SpaceX and the AI IPOs will ruin a lot of people, which is true. The thing is that if we were going to be on the Cybertruck hype beast, that was a little while ago. I think they passed the opportunity. Because now it's you have wax and wane, so now it's waning a little bit that water is going out to shore because people have already seen what we'll say the ruling class they've already shown their hand. AI is going to replace your jobs, and you're going to be happy about it. And people booing the shit out of them at commencements and everything else.
Shout out to our video before.
Yeah, so I mean.
Saying AI is good as the new twerk before the diploma.
No, Joe, I didn't interpret it as that.
No, he's talking about Wall Street. He's saying that he.
Yeah, I would say I didn't interpret what he said as that because I interpret what he said was that we will see if it will validate the space. He was saying don't buy it. He said I wouldn't buy it.
No, he's saying that he's basically saying that all publicity is good publicity in the space. It's going to create hype, which is going to make everybody at least inquisitive about AI stuff.
I thought he literally meant like literal space, like when he was
no,
validating the space endeavors. I took it as like he was talking about literal space. He started talking about all of that. Okay, it does space.
I'm talking about AI stocks in general. So, that's what he's saying, and people because everybody was like, well, Tesla did. Tesla made a lot of people rich when it came out, and people got in early, etc. This isn't that
car that people can put their hands on. This is not it. This is rich people and government got to back that to make the money. Somebody else get in office, your stock about to be boo boo if they don't believe in it.
Well,
if they dismantle Space Force, what if they say, you know what, that's done?
Well, that's not going to be dismantled. But what will happen is what everybody's afraid of, which is what states are already doing: litigation. It is oversight. It is parameters that people are putting on artificial intelligence and what it can and should not do. How the lethality of it when it comes to military space, influence. People are suing because people are unaliving themselves and being, and allegedly having all types of conversations leading up to it. There's a lot in this space that is uncharted territory that we're just trying to hurry up and gain leverage, gain space, manifest destiny. Just go out there and put a flag in it and be a sooner in this bitch, and we'll see what happens after that. Smallpox, Trail of Tears, all the things that come along with forcing your way on things instead of a natural effect on letting the market do what it do. If people aren't asking for it, they ask for it for free. People ain't willing to pay for this shit. Like who going out their way to do that stuff and make some pictures in AI slop? You got people putting feet pics out with 9 toes.
Oh my gosh!
They're trying to see what it do. You know what I'm saying?
They still ain't mastered that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. I'm just saying that like people just using it for mundane ass reasons.
Right.
Because what else would you do? What do you Google shit for? That's pretty much what this turns into, outside of other use cases and applications where some people are able to leverage coding in order to make their lives or their jobs more efficient. But guess what happens? I've seen it ruin companies at scale because you don't take care of the foundational things. What about an actual process? How does that work? Nah, we just gonna let it roll. And next thing you know, you got whole customer service areas that have been supplanted, and now people call up and it's like, hey, I need a doctor. What? You need a program? What? You need sorry, can you repeat that? Sorry, can you repeat that? Did you say that you needed a doctor? Yes, I did.
Yes, cold water
Podiatrist
to your house.
Right. That'll be $4,000.
No, I said my daughter is sick. I hate that sound. No, but yeah, and that's another thing AI gonna do. It's gonna drive up the cost of water too.
Oh yeah, you're already paying for something that should have been free in the first place.
It's already driving energy up in a lot of these cities, like electric bill. Check your electric bill. What's going on? You think they paying for that? You think they go pay for that? No, baby, you paying for that.
Right. They're going back to the future on that ass. They're going 4,000 gigawatts. Great Scott on that ass. Because they are getting to it. And you're going to have brownouts and blackouts. So if you live somewhere hot, be ready. You live somewhere cold, be ready. You live near water, hopefully you do. If you live where there's only groundwater in a well, good luck. If it's just well water. Because guess what? What? You need to breathe? Methane? Oh, yeah. It's there. It is not cow farts. It's a whole ass engine turbines right out in your backyard.
Well, y'all, that's enough for tonight. We appreciate y'all pulling up. I know, right? You went all the way with it. I'm like, let me wrap this up because he's going down.
Man, I got depressed once he went to cow farts. I was just depressed as hell. I'm like, damn, that's so sad. Look at these guys.
Right. So drop some drip in the comments, y'all.
Lights on the set, cameras rolling, we're live. Dame and Gem, they're the spark that makes it thrive. Story dripping hot like they're fresh off the wire.